What's going on, guys? So today I just want to talk about a groove that I call hot sauce, right? And I thought of the name the other day. My 2-year-old, he always comes up to me, he's like, give me 5. And I'm like, all right, man. He's like, hold on, let me put some hot sauce on it. And I'm like, dude, that's bad. I'm not gonna lie, that's bad. So I'm playing this groove the other day, and I'm like, dude, I need to put some hot sauce on this stuff. I need to put some stank on it. So I started doing a little bit of a variation, and it all of a sudden kind of took it to the next level. It's something I didn't even expect. Something I started doing naturally. So sometimes those are the best things that happen. Let's go ahead and first learn the sticking. If you've been paying attention to the email lessons, then you will already actually have this sticking. This sticking is a 5 sticking. So it's just going to simply go right, left, right, right, left. We're going to repeat that sticking 3 times, right? If we're in 16th notes and we've repeated that 3 times, that leaves us with an extra 16th note, right? So if I take this right hand and put it on the hi-hat, this is what that'll sound like. 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. So you've got that extra 16th note at the end. Now what we want to do with that sticking is I want to accent on this hi-hat. I want to accent every time I hit a downbeat with that right hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on the 1 of every time we're playing through that 5 pattern, I'm going to accent it. Now the other accent I want to go ahead and add in there is it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 4 of every 5, or the second of that right hand double, I also want to accent that one. Then the pattern comes out sounding like this. 3E and a 4E and a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. Okay, so there's that, again, that space at the end of it. Now, what I want to do is I want to accent the last left, and that's going to kind of complete the groove on top here. And if you're counting that, that's going to be the upbeat of 4, the and of 4. Now, let's go ahead and start putting some kick drum in there. Let's go ahead and put a kick drum on 1 to start off with. 3 and 4 and. Now, the other place I want to put the kick drum right now is we're going to go 1E and So the kick drum on the 1 and the of 1. And then we're going to take and put the kick drum on the 3 as well. So 1E and 2E and 3. Now, what happens next is we're going to put it on the 3 and also the and of the 3. The kick drum's going to get hit with all of these are going to be right hand hits. So it's going to go 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and. So we're hitting it on the 1, the of 1, 3, the and of 3, and the E of 4. Now that in and of itself is a pretty cool groove. But I was kind of grooving on that the other day, and I'm like, man, it's just not there. It's not there. Like it didn't got that stank, right? I got to put that stank. Whenever I lived in New Orleans, we called it stank, man. You had to put that stank on the groove, and I'm like, man, what would be that stank? And it's not stink, S-T-I-N-K. It's stank, S-T-A-N-K, right? Just like fat's not F-A-T, it's P-H-A-T, and you know this, right? So we had to make this groove fat. We had to make it stank. Now, what I started doing was I just started doing a natural thing that I used to actually do all the time in New Orleans. Whenever we play second line, you would kind of raise the hi-hat and bring it down on the upbeat. So So I started doing that actually while I was playing on the hi-hat, and this is what came out. All of a sudden it took it like bam to the next level, and I was like, that's what I want, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so there we've got a really simple pattern, a 5-note pattern that we've actually been looking at in the email lessons. And now we've taken this and applied it to a groove, and a simple change like putting the hi-hat on the upbeats, just stomping it on the upbeats, does what my son does whenever he gives me 5, right? He's 2. He's like, let me put some hot sauce on it. And then he gives me 5, right? He even's got a little sound effect. He's like, shh, shh. And I'm like, dude, that's so bad, man. But I mean, it's like, I felt like that 2-year-old. I'm like, dude, I just put some stank on that groove, right? So that's all I wanted to come and show you was this groove and a simple way that you can change something and all of a sudden it takes it to a new level. I also wanted to let you know that in the live lessons, which we're now calling the drum sessions on my website, I'm offering a lesson syllabus or a lesson plan for everyone that signs up. So if you sign up and you're like, I have no clue where to go in these lessons because there's a ton of videos on there, then you just write me and you're like, dude, this is where I am, this is what I'm working on, or you call the studio and I will put a lesson syllabus out and a lesson plan together for you to guide you through the lessons. All of the lessons as of this week are now color-coded for beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So you just scroll through the page, you're like, bam, there's an advanced lesson, there's an intermediate lesson. There's over 300 of them, okay? And I've done several lesson plans this week along. The drum sessions, seriously, are the best way for you to improve in your spare time. I can't think of a better way than to have the internet just right there at your hands and be able to log on and learn from someone that you got enough people in your life that are thinking like, you can't do that. You know, you talk to people and they're like, you're too old, you're too young, you're never going to do this, you know, you're never going to make it as a musician, you're never going to do. You got enough negative, man. Why don't you take from somebody that thinks you're awesome? Why don't you take from somebody that's very positive? And I do think you can do whatever you put your mind to. If you got any questions, shoot them to me. If not, tune back in here. I'll be here every week. We'll see you.